Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya and I'm so happy you are here. I'm so ready to get makeup on this face. Today's video is going to be my everyday makeup routine, except for this time, I'm definitely wearing eyeshadow. Some days, most days, I don't wear eyeshadow. I'm also wearing foundation today. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on social media because I'm on social media all the damn time. Let's get into it. I already put on moisturizer. It's the CeraVe moisturizer with 30 sunscreen in it. I talked about it in almost every single video that I do when I'm getting ready or like nighttime routine, all that stuff. I still use it and it still does this. I have not really used the Drunk Elephant polypeptide thing. I only used it twice, but I do like it. So I want to, when I run out of that moisturizer, I'll definitely use the polypeptide. Just to put that out there. I use a lot. If you've never watched any of my videos, first of all, hi, welcome, how are you? I use a mix of like prestige / drugstore. So this is definitely drugstore, while this is prestige. So first things first, prime. So I'm gonna use just like this, and then I put like a little bit extra because as much as it says it's 70 degrees in LA, it's still gonna be hot and I'm going to be running around at work. So I need to make sure that everything sticks to my face. I'm doing this new thing I saw on TikTok where you're supposed to pat in your primer instead of rubbing it in. So, did you do anything different? I don't know. I put my hair back too because I don't like when my hair is in my face when I'm doing makeup. When that dries, let it dry first of all. When that dries, I spray my face with this Max Fix Plus Max. It's MAC, bitch. Prime, prep, and prime. I can't talk today. So slightly, not too much and not too hard. Then we get into eyebrows. I just comb up my eyebrows with this random brush that I got gifted like years ago. I think I need to get whole new brushes. I definitely need a new beauty blender because girl, I washed everything yesterday and I still, well, I did my makeup yesterday, so this is obviously from yesterday, but like, is that pen? Is that like from a pen or something? I don't know, but I definitely think I need to grab new brushes because I'm pretty sure I moved with these brushes, and I moved 2 years ago. I mean, obviously I moved again like a month ago, but I moved 2 years ago and I'm pretty sure these things have been with me. So how often should you replace your brushes? I'm not too sure. I'm doing a full beat today, by the way, so prepare to see step by step what I do. Again, if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. For eyebrows, it's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I've had this for about a year, like this exact pencil for a year. And I still have like that much left. But granted, I like my eyebrows. I like my eyebrows, so I don't really do too much. I kind of just like fill them in to how I prefer my eyebrows. Because I've always tried to grow out my eyebrows, but I also waxed and got them threaded. So that definitely slowed down the process of me having like the Lucy Hale, Demi Lovato, 2012 thick ass fuck caterpillar looking ass eyebrows. Like, if you want to grow your eyebrows, leave them the fuck alone, honestly. And I also used to tweeze my eyebrows a lot. So I'm just like, you want thick eyebrows, but yet you're doing everything in your power to not have any hair on them. Makes sense, dumb bitch. For my eyebrows, I use the KVD Apple Foundation, and I use this It's Time for a New Brush set. But I use this as my concealer just because it's really small and like I don't really need to like do much. I just need to pick up a little bit of it and just put it underneath my eyebrows. And then I have some acne scars, so I definitely use this foundation to cover it up. The reason why I use this as a concealer, I guess, instead of foundation is because when I got this, it was definitely way too dark for me. I mean, now since it's summertime in LA, I mean, I guess technically it's fall, it now kind of matches me, as you can see. I don't know. I have worn this as foundation before, and it's definitely full coverage. It is definitely full coverage foundation. It's one of those foundations where I can feel the foundation, and it makes me want to like rip off my face. Y'all ever have those like foundations where it's like, you know you're wearing foundation, and it makes it 10 times worse because it makes you just want to like rip your skin off in public? Like, I don't know. I'm not like hating on the foundation because like I said, it's full coverage. And it does good at concealing everything. It just, I don't wear it as like I don't use it for what it's supposed to be used for. There you go. So before foundation, before anything, I put a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus on my beauty blender. And then I go on with the House Labs by Lady Gaga. First of all, look at this. Like, yes, I'm a little bit pink. Ignore that. But do you see this fucking shade match? Do you see it? And I only use one pump. One pump is all it takes. And then boom, boom, I did a boom. Like, sometimes I put a little bit more, but 95% of the time, I only put one pump of any foundation I use, whether it's that, the Fenty. Shut up! Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Let's keep it a buck. Like, come on now. It's giving, like, second skin. Like, this and a Fenty foundation, I go back to you every time. I want to try Rem Beauty foundation, but I need to use up all of this foundation first because I'm tired of having, at one point I had 3 different foundations and I was like, refreshing. So I was like, what do I need all these foundations for? Like, come on now. I go in with LA Girl, obviously a drugstore foundation. This is like $6. This, in my opinion, it is good. And I used to use LA Girl back when I was in college, back in the good old days. And I remember only using this to cover up my eyebrows. I think my concealer for like under eyes and stuff was like CoverGirl or like Neutrogena and all that stuff. This is good. And like also like look at, like I most days I just wear concealer and I use this concealer. But sometimes it's good to invest in the $20 concealer because I just bought this. I don't know how long ago, but it's like I have to like really push it out for a product to come out. Whereas the Rare Beauty, I just ran out of that and I bought that last year. But I only cover up my under eyes. Most of the time I don't really need to cover this up, but I see big bitches coming out to play. Bitch, don't play with me. There we go. At your concealer. I keep trying to make sure I set my concealer. Most of the time when it is hot, I try to set after each step. It's not too hot right now, but if I really want my makeup to last, I set after each step, which may be extra, but like I'm literally just a girl, so you know, get it in. And again, it's just giving like second skin. Like, and this foundation with the concealer, they're both super lightweight to the point where like I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup until I'm like taking off my makeup and I'm like, ooh girl, yeah, I had on makeup for sure. Next step, I just realized also that like my makeup routine is like prestige drugstore or like drugstore prestige drugstore, because this bronzer Be-Fry from Sephora, this is not from the drugstore, this is from Sephora, and we all know Sephora is not giving out those drugstore prices. So I definitely, again, this is like my first cream bronzer, so I definitely do tend to go a little bit crazy because number one, my brush was still wet. Unfortunately, I literally blow dried this and I'm still patting in my foundation. Crazy. But I do blend it out with the brush as well use a beauty blender. So I kind of just do, and then I try to go upwards sometimes with this in particular. And then I kind of just blend in like crazy. And this is a Real Techniques brush, by the way. I just bought this in like, I want to say like May or June. Like I can't remember if I bought this before Vegas, before Lil Wayne. I don't remember. But I just bought these brushes and I'm not going to hold you. I definitely do like them. It's like a buffing brush for sure. And I just keep going in, and then if I feel like I don't want to keep going with the brush, I use the bottom part of my beauty blender just to like get it in. Now, since this is my everyday makeup routine, I do go in with a pressed powder before a setting powder. Now this trick I did just learn recently, but let me just tell you something, it eats, okay? So I take this Maybelline powder, again, Prestige, drugstore Prestige, and I just swirl my brush around and I just go over and press with this powder. By the way, this powder is gold. Like, shut up. Do you see that? And I kind of just really go in. I don't know why I go in with my eyelid. But then again, I am putting eyeshadow on, so maybe like I should be doing that. I'm not saying that my makeup routine is like right or like I learned from the professionals. Like, this is definitely It's not Makeup by Mario approved. Yet, I don't know. But this is what works for me. And if I had just worn concealer or like only had 10 minutes to do my makeup, I would just wear this powder and call it a fucking day and spray my face with setting spray and hope for the best. And a lot of the times, my makeup does not slide off. But we want this makeup to really like stay. Because I'm going to be running around in this fucking LA heat. God help me. For setting. And this is the Sephora setting powder. Again, I will rave about this till the day I fucking die. I want to get married and buried in this setting powder. Like, this shit was, like I said, y'all can keep y'all Laura Mercier. But this for $15 gets the job done for one. Number two, I've had this since like November. Bitch, it's damn near October and I still have a good amount of this stuff. So I just set underneath my eyes and kind of like where I sweat or like where my makeup starts to slide off. And then obviously we gotta bake the contour. Not too much and not too hard though, because I don't like the lines that come with setting powder. This doesn't really leave a line after you brush it off. I just don't like it. I've had trauma from previous setting powders and I don't need that in my life. I don't. Now obviously there's a cheaper alternative. The Airspun setting powder is gold. It's gold. It's gold. And I'm just gonna get like everything else pressed in between my eyebrows and my forehead and let that sit for a few minutes. I'm not sure what eyeshadow I want to go for today because I'm wearing all black. So it's between these two. I think I'm gonna do pink because I haven't messed with Miss Pink in a minute. So I'm gonna just, this is from About Face, by the way. These little, there's three. There's this one, the green one, and then the blue one. This was like $20, I don't remember. But these little things are so cute. I'm gonna really pack it on the eyelid too. Because I want this to like really pop out. And I think, not to toot my own horn, but like I have like my eyes, like I have dark brown eyes. And I think this really pops with the color of my eyes because they are so dark. The lightness of this eyeshadow really just makes it better. I'm too cocky, I don't know why. I kind of just like blend this in ever so slightly. I do need to put more on because I think it rubs off on the brush a lot, which is not okay because I want people to know that I'm wearing About Face. You know what I mean? So sometimes when I notice that I put a little product on, I just go back in and I do a little swoop and a little swoop right here. I think these can be used as eyeliners too. I definitely do want to test my theory out. And I just go back and I lightly like go back on. I don't do this windshield wiper motions. I just kind of pack it on the eyelid. Bang. Mascara, Giorgio Armani Ice Kill. I don't know how much this mascara is. I got this in like a goodie bag thingy. And I don't want to know. Like when I put the link in the description of where I got everything, I don't look at the price. I don't look at the price. I'm just vibes, you know? Keep going in with that shadow because I felt it like sticking. And then this mascara, you know, honestly, like it gets the job done, but I think the Maybelline, any mascara from Maybelline, honestly, is the best. L'Oreal, I don't think I've used enough of their mascaras to have an opinion, really, like, but unpopular opinion, maybe. I think drugstore mascaras are better than prestige mascaras. And that's how Sue sees it. Going, I do 2 layers always. I don't use an eyelash curler and I don't know why. I used to, oh my God. Senior year me, girl, I had an eyelash curler and I think I took it to school at some points, like a psychopath. Like all that school air on that curler and it's going on my eyes, disgusting, right? And I used to do that before mascara. I don't know why I stopped. Like after I graduated, I just stopped using it. And I'm just like, I have little baby cho lashes. I need everything that helps me look like I have spider lashes, lash extensions, etc. But, and in this time, I feel the powder like sinking into my skin. And that's a good thing. Really getting everywhere. What y'all think? I really love this. Like, the eyes, Halsey did her big one with that. Going back in with the pressed powder though. Swirling. And going up. I don't know. Again, this probably isn't right or like the way to do it, but the good thing about makeup is that it has no rules. So you can do whatever the fuck you want to. And like if someone says anything, then that's their own problem. And again, that's how Sue sees it. Bada bing. And the technique of doing pressed powder, setting powder, and then pressed powder again definitely does help. Girl, how much hair is on these things? Definitely does help over the summertime because again, that 80, 90, 100 degree heat is no joke. Like if you are a heavy makeup girl, you're not a soft girl, you're not, you know, one of those girls that just puts on concealer. This is gonna help. And again, I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup. I just feel like I don't feel the heavy or the cakiness that comes with wearing makeup. I just feel like slay, you know? And then I'm setting again. This time I definitely am a little extra with it just because I want everything to be set in stone. If you don't look like you're sweating, you didn't put on enough fucking setting spray. And that's how Sue sees it. And I put a little bit of this Morphe setting spray because it has 30 SPF in it. And I just... Woo! Drown. If you haven't noticed, I don't wear blush. And that is because I've only found like 2 blushes that work well with my skin tone, my complexion, my undertones. And that is not okay as a brown black girl because you know how many makeup brands are out there. You know how many brands are coming out with makeup this year. Like, it is not okay for me to only have found 2 blushes that are A, a good price, and B, really, really good and pink and, you know, pretty and all that stuff. And yes, like, can y'all recommend one? I know the one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is from Benefit. I want to say it's Benefit or Hoola. It's one of those. But drop links, please. Probably noticed that I do my setting sprays before I do highlighter. That's because I put on a lot of highlighter and I also put on a lot of setting spray. And I don't want those two to like have a competition, I guess. Like I don't want me to have too much setting spray and not enough highlighter, or too much highlighter and not enough setting spray. So I've always done that since I started wearing makeup, which is like 7 years ago. For highlighter, which is the last step, it is the Fenty Beauty highlighter. Most beautiful highlighters ever. And if you disagree with the wall, because I'm not going, no, I'm not the fucking one. Like, and this is the second highlighter I've had from Fenty. I don't remember the first one that I had, but I will drop $20, $30 on Fenty every time. I do not care. I put a little bit right here on my nose. I just recently started doing this, by the way. I don't know why. It just makes a big difference to me, and it makes me feel even prettier than I already am. Okay, Miss Girl just listened to Confident. Clearly, I didn't. Honestly, okay. To all my Demi fans, I haven't listened to Confident in so long. I listened to the revamp recently. And my favorites, oh my god, okay, let me talk about my favorites. My favorites off that album are Tell Me You Love Me, Don't Forget, and oh my god. I gotta listen to the album again, but those are like the 2 that I like go back to, that I've gone back to since album release day. September, I'm getting fed because it was Demi, Madison, Olivia. Drake was supposed to come out with something, but it's okay, Poppy. I guess, I don't know. Last step though, set my beauty blender once again. And I kind of just go back and make sure that everything is set to the gods. Make sure this shit does not move. It don't move, it don't move, it don't move. How I'm doing my hair? Girl, I don't know. It's been in a claw clip and braids for the past 2 months. let's see. I refreshed it yesterday so I wouldn't wake up looking like I had a dream where I was in a fight and lost. So I'm just putting water and kind of just like clumping the curls together, even though I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. I would not be surprised if Pound Town was on like my top played for this year, even though like I just started listening to it in like June or July. Would not be surprised, and I would not be surprised if Utopia was on like my most played, because I have been streaming that album like every day. It's a little embarrassing. What's also embarrassing is how my hair is growing out, because I again have layers, which is the main reason why I cut it. I guess I'm just always gonna have layers, I guess, I don't know. But this is the final beats. What y'all think? Again, this is like my everyday makeup routine besides like the eyeshadow. I typically don't wear eyeshadow every day, and if I do, it's the L'Oreal bronzer. Where is it? Where are you, Christmas? No, let me have my Halloween first. But where is it? See, this is what happens when your makeup bag looks like this and you can't find anything. Whatever. But I definitely use that as eyeshadow just because it looks nice and complete. But today I wanted to be a little bit extra, read all about it. But this is my everyday makeup routine. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more. If you use any of these products, what do you think? Do you like them? Are you gonna repurchase them? I'm definitely gonna repurchase probably everything minus the concealer and the foundation, because for the foundation, I wanna try Rem Beauty. For the concealer, I like Freyr. I'm gonna just say that. I love to wear concealer. The longevity of it, because like I said, I bought that shit last year and I just ran out of it. Like literally, I probably still have like a drop left. This is her. This is her in all her glory. Literally, I was scraping this shit. And I could have squeezed a little something out of this thing. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media. And until next time, stay strong, stay safe, YOLO, and I'll see you next one. Bye.